Good morning, dear students of class 8. This side your English teacher Rajni Joshi, and today we are going to take up a lesson from your honeydew. Before taking up the lesson, children, let us try to know what is a disaster. Well, a disaster is a sudden accident or calamity that causes great damage to life and property. If we look at different types of disaster, then we would be able to understand disasters better. Well, drought is a natural disaster which is caused due to insufficient rainfall. The bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki was a man-made disaster caused by man. Underwater earthquakes that cause tsunami is a natural disaster. Then, accidental release of toxins into the environment from factories is a type of chemical disaster. The Deepwater Horizon disaster was caused by the largest oil spill, and it was considered as the largest oil spill disaster. We'll take up a lesson from your honeydew, and this lesson is based on one such natural disaster, that is the tsunami. Before taking up the lesson, let us try to know these terms. What is a tsunami? It is a series of waves which is caused by earthquake or under volcanic eruption in sea. Then S waves. They are harbor waves, and the force that gives to these harbor waves is the oceanic waves, ocean currents. Seismograph, the instrument which detects and records the seismic waves. Epicenter, it is the point of Earth's surface which is directly above the seismic focus. Then the Richter scale, which is an instrument to record the intensity, force, magnitude of an earthquake. As said, we are going to take up this lesson tsunami. So what is a tsunami? It is a large powerful waves that is caused by an earthquake under the sea. Now, tsunami struck the world on 26 December 2004, on which this lesson is based. And this tsunami hit Thailand and parts of India like Andaman and Nicobar Islands and Tamil Nadu. Besides this, it struck overall 14 countries which were underlying on the coast of Indian Ocean. The lesson tells us some stories of courage and how people survived at this time of natural calamity. Now you can see the destructive tsunami speed in the deep ocean. They can move at the speed of 500 mph or more. As it approaches the shore, sometimes it slows down also, or it rises too. The height, you can see on the picture the height of the waves. In the open ocean, the waves appear small, but then as they approach the shallow waters of the coast, they gain tremendous energy, tremendous force, and they rise to 100 feet to 1640 feet. You can see how the waves are rising and they are completely overpowering the buildings. Now, when an earthquake, volcanic eruption or landslide occurs under the sea, huge amount of energy they are released, causing huge volumes of ocean water pushing upward, and the wave is formed, and this wave has a great force. The Sumatra Andaman earthquake, which caused the 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami, it is said to have an energy equivalent to 23,000 Hiroshima type atomic bombs. So you can imagine how destructive these tsunami waves were. The tsunami waves traveled across the Indian Ocean at 500 mph, which is the speed of a jet plane. The waves spread out to distant countries: Thailand, Sri Lanka, India. Almost 14 countries it spread. The earthquake's magnitude was measured in the Richter scale between 9.1 and 9.3, which made it the third most powerful earthquake since 1900. And this tsunami wave caused lot of loss of life to people, and $10 million property were lost. Say, the estimate said 2,27,898 people were killed. Now you see here the map of Asia and then the location of Andaman Nicobar Islands. The lesson is based on the stories of courage of the people living in Andaman and Nicobar Islands. And also it talks about the destruction it caused in Thailand and Sri Lanka. Now you can see in this picture the destruction that is caused by tsunami waves. How much loss of life and property can be seen in this picture. Now, one story of courage that came from Andaman Islands is about Ignatius, a manager of a cooperative society in Kachali. His wife woke up and she woke her husband up at 6 a.m. because she felt the tremors of an earthquake. The entire family was alerted and they rushed out. And they could see the sea rising. And before they could be alerted and they could go to a safe place, Ignatius lost his wife, his 2 children, father-in-law and brother-in-law. Only he and his 3 children were saved. You can see in this picture, there is a policeman and his name is Sanjeev. He's trying to save someone. Let us hear his story. Sanjeev was a policeman serving in Kachali Islands of the Nicobar. And he somehow saved himself, his wife and his baby daughter from the waves. But then he heard cries coming for help from the wife of John, who was a guest house cook. Immediately Sanjeev jumped into the waves to save her. But then, unfortunately, Sanjeev and his guest house cook's wife, they were swept away in the tsunami waves. In this picture, you can see how people are being carried away by the waves and how they are shouting for help. The houses are also being swept away. And one such story of courage came from Andaman, which was of a 13-year-old girl called Meghna. She was swept away along with her parents and 77 other people. 2 days she spent floating in the sea. She could hold on to a wooden door and she was floating. 11 times she saw relief helicopters. They were flying to give relief to people. She shouted, but they did not see her. Luckily, she was brought to the shore by a wave and she was found walking on the shore in a daze. She could not think. She could not imagine how she was saved and how she had lost her parents and her family. She was in trauma. Another picture you see, and this picture again is a very sad picture of the loss of life and property that was caused by this tsunami. This story is of Almas Javed, a 10-year-old girl, and she was a student of Carmel Convent in Port Blair. And here her father had a petrol pump. Her mother's, Rahila's, her home was in Nancowry Islands. So the family had gone there to celebrate Christmas. When the tremors came in the morning, Elma's father woke up everyone and they tried to rush out to a safer place. But Alma lost her father, her grandfather, her mother and aunts. They were all swept away by the waves. Alma climbed onto a log of wood and then she did not know what happened. But when she woke up, she found herself in a hospital in Cambrota. She was taken to Port Blair and she was in deep shock. She was in trauma. She was in shock because she had lost all her family members.